Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends, Tales from the Rails, Episode 32, Samson Owns Up. A new engine arrived to the island. He came from the mainland. His name was Samson. Samson has a lot of dignity for his name, and this can cause a lot of anger to other engines. Samson arrived at the docks. It was quite a sight for him. Samson, when he arrived at the docks, found Sir Topham Hatt, a workman, and Salty waiting for him. "Ah, you must be the new engine, Samson." "Indeed I am," said Samson. "Okay," said Sir Topham Hatt. "Well, are you a strong engine? 'Cause I have some freight that needs to be pulled." "Indeed I am," said Samson. "Well, you may need to ask for help. The trucks are over in the yard." "Not gonna ask for help, sir. Don't need it, sir." "Well, I believe you do," said Sir Topham Hatt. "Help is always necessary for a new engine." No, I am experienced," said Samson. "Well then," said Sir Topham Hatt, "off you go then. If you're so confident in myself, sir. Won't make a mistake." With that, Samson was off, leaving Salty behind in confusion. "Aye, sir, he doesn't look too confident. He looks young. A young but old engine," said Salty. If that makes sense," said Sir Topham Hatt, "I guess you're right." Samson was on his way to the yards when he came across Molly and Douglas talking. I need to get to the yards," said Samson, "so could you please move?" "Aye," said Douglas. "You must be the new engine, eh?" "Yes, I am," said Samson. "Proud of it, too." "Oh," said Molly. "The yards is straight ahead where Douglas is waiting on." "Oh, could you please move out of the way? I need to get there immediately. It's a very important job." "What is it?" said Molly. "I need to pull freight." "Where to?" said Molly. "Not quite sure yet. We'll find out. Now please move out of the way so I can get this very important job done." "All right," said Douglas, and so he started to back up. Once Douglas moved out of the way, Samson was ready to go. But before he could go, Molly just asked a question. "Do you know where the yards is?" said Molly. "I know you're a new engine and all, so you might need help." "Don't need your help," said Samson. "Know where the yards is. Not gonna make a mistake. Goodbye now." And with that, Samson stormed away. Once Douglas returned, Molly was a little puzzled. "What's up, eh?" said Douglas. "That engine, I know he's new and all, but he just seems so confident in himself. I don't think he knows the rails." I agree," said Douglas. "I know he doesn't know the rails. He's just confident in his name." "Let it be," said Douglas. "All right," said Molly. "I'll let it be, but once he gets into trouble, hopefully he doesn't come crying to us." "Ha," said Douglas. "That's funny, eh? 'Cause I bet you that's gonna happen." Samson's character was soon acknowledged by the other engines. Neville found out right as he was about to merge into the main line, Samson came racing through shouting, "Important train waiting. Must move out of the way." "How rude," said Neville. "He must learn the rules of the rails." Then Samson flew by Gordon shouting, "Important train coming through. More important than express." "More important than the express," said Gordon. "Ha! What a false statement." "Agreed," said Fergus. "He's gonna learn his lesson soon." When Samson arrived at the yards, he found Oliver and Porter shunting trucks. "Hello there," said Oliver. "You must be the new engine." "Indeed I am," said Samson. "About the third time I've been asked today." "Well, new engines are always acknowledged on Sodor," said Porter. "It's only the kind thing to do. Cardinals doesn't care. Important jobs are all that matter." "Where's my train?" said Samson. "Your train," said Oliver. "We're still shunting it. But be careful. Trucks are trouble." "Don't think I don't know how to handle trucks." "I do. I have experience." "I'm not saying that you're inexperienced," said Oliver. "These trucks are just a lot of trouble." "No trucks are gonna bother me," said Samson. "Now get my train ready. Right now. I need to be off." "Suit yourself," said Porter. With that, Samson puffed away for the train to get ready. Soon the train was ready. It was one of the longest trains the yards had ever seen. Oliver and Porter were both unsure of how Samson would be able to manage. Then Samson returned, and he was soon coupled up. Oliver pulled up beside. "Once again, I warn you," he said. "Trucks are trouble." "Once more," said Samson, "I know how to handle trucks. Don't tell me what to do." With that, Samson stormed out of the yards. His wheels strained as he tried to pull the long goods train. "Never before have I been treated like this, like a young'un. I find this quite ridiculous. I'll show those engines once and for all what I can do." Samson passed by James, who was waiting at the points. Samson, you sure you don't need some help there?" "I'm fine," said Samson. "I can manage. I'm quite a strong engine if you can't see." but Samson was struggling as he slowly puffed through the main line. Hector, the large Harper car, was at the back of the train. He saw Samson was struggling and knew he would need help soon. So when they passed by James, he shouted, "James, grab some help. Samson's definitely in need of it." "Oh," said James. "Well, thank you." And James puffed away to get help. Samson struggled up hills and over hills. He was having one of the hardest times pulling this long goods train, and soon he would regret his words. Soon the front cars began to surge on. On, they chanted. Soon enough, the train began to pick up pace. Faster, 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 shouted the cars. Samson applied his brakes thinking they'd work, but the cars continued to surge on. Then he missed the points he was supposed to take them to their destination. "No," cried Samson, "we need to go the other way, not this way." "No," cried the trucks, this way, and they began to surge on. Soon enough, Samson stopped them, over the level crossing, the most hazardous spot to stop a train. Soon Samson realized the danger as Salty was shunting up blindly a car of barrels towards him. "Stop!" cried Samson, "stop!" But it did no use. Samson tried to pull forward, but he couldn't, and he tried to shunt backwards, but he couldn't. The train was too heavy, and soon the accident happened. The barrel smashed into Samson, rolling over and denting his side. It was a terrible mess. "Oh, my bad, Captain," said Salty. "I couldn't see you there. Why did you stop in the level crossing?" Shamefully, Samson said, "I lied just to top him hot. I'm not that strong engine that everybody thinks I am. I'm just a regular engine that pulls mostly small goods trains through the mine line. I'm sorry, Salty. I stopped in the most dangerous spot. Can you get me help?" "Of course, matey," said Salty. Soon he was uncoupled from the train, and he puffed off to get help. Boko soon brought the crane and crew to pick up the mess. Soon, the crew picked up the broken barrels, and Sir Topham had arrived. "Samson, explain yourself." "I'm sorry, sir. I was dishonest of what I could actually do. I was a bit overconfident in myself, and look what I've gotten myself into. And now my boiler is dent." "Well," said Sir Topham Hatt, "I thank you for your honesty, but you should always be true to what you actually do. And I probably should have known this train was a little too heavy for you. Even Murdoch may struggle pulling this train." "Huh," said Samson. "Who's Murdoch?" "Oh," said Sir Topham Hatt, "you'll find out. Now, I'll send you to the works to be mended." "Oh, thank you, sir. This accident won't happen again, sir. I promise, sir." "That's a good engine," said Sir Topham Hatt. "I'll have Dennis come by and pick you up." Dennis soon pulled Samson to the works, where he was mended by Victor. And from that day forward, Samson learned his lesson and became a really useful engine on the island of Sodor.